Here's that full count pitch. Colliate grounds that one out towards the left side, and that gets into left field for a base hit. Rogers going to score. Colliate on his way to second. The throw's going to go there, and Colliate slides, and he's safe. It's a hustle double from Max Colliate, and we're tied up at 1 here at Canton Field. Now winds and delivers. Black in the ground. That one to third. Diving stop by Brandon Fish. Sends that one on to first in time. Brandon Fish making a web gem out in third base and getting the out just in time to set down Black. DeLuca going to set up here. Still no one on in this inning. 2-2 on the way and caught looking. It may be a shortened game, but the K-Man has already struck out twice. Vargas fires. And Scrine hits that one out towards left center field, and that's going to get past him for a base hit. In comes one run, and in comes Jelani Rogers, and this one is over. Jake Scrine, a 2 RBI single, and for the second straight time today, the Stallions have walked this one off. Runner 1-2 on the way to Bertrand. That one's hit hard out towards left field, and that'll go in the gap for a base hit. Scrine's on his way to third. Bertrand's going to follow him to second. Scrine's going to keep going. He's on his way home. That ball hasn't been fielded yet. Bertrand's going to slide in with a triple as Scrine makes his way home, and that's going to be the Stallions' first run, an RBI triple from Easton Bertrand. Coming from Praxi, and that's going to be hit out towards center field. Rogers coming in, and he'll make a sliding grab to give the Stallions the win. Praxi Vigil pitches 2 scoreless innings for the Stallions, and they get an improbable road victory. They win 8-7 against the Dutchman. Full count pitch on the way, and Speaker hits that one out towards left field, and that gets through for a base hit. Mackel in to score. Ty held up at third. It's a go-ahead RBI single for Mason Speaker, and it's a 4-3 Stallions lead. He'll be attending Virginia Tech in the fall. 1-1 coming to him. That's lined out towards right field. That one's going to send Hawkin back on the track, and that one's gone. Home run number 4 for Garrett Michelle on the year, and that's a 3-run blast to give the Stallions a 3-1 lead. This man hasn't touched a college campus yet and has 4 home runs against college-level athletes. Garrett Michelle giving the Stallions the lead in Game 2. Already a new pitcher on the mound for the Boonville Baseball Club as Derek Sotolongo's short day comes to an end. And now in comes Brandon Millen to take over for inning number 2 to keep it at a 2-run deficit for the Boonville Baseball Club.
Millen, also out of St. Cloud, Florida. He's a 6'1 freshman weighing in at 210 pounds out of Ave Maria University, riding an 0-3 record on the year. 8.06 ERA in 12 games, just a single start to his name, 3 saves, 25 2/3 innings, 31 strikeouts, just 15 walks, and 30 hits.
And he'll be facing the very top of the Stallion lineup, who led things off in the first. They're going to do it yet again in the second inning. Stallions are able to get 3 runs and 4 hits in the first inning. Also were able to get 2 walks. So they're on base a lot.
This is Millen's first outing since Oneonta back on July 16th. Only threw 2 innings. I'm sorry, 0.2 innings. Allowed 4 runs, all of them earned. 5 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts in 8 batters faced. Got to wonder exactly what out of Sotolongo's outing forced the early removal. It was a 3-spot just off a singular swing of the bat. Other than that, he really wasn't struggling by any means.
Yeah, and we saw the Game 1 starter also only went 1 inning, but that was maybe more understandable. He allowed 9 runs compared to Sotolongo's 3.
Tale of 2 halves there. Very different, I'd have to agree with you there. Just, I don't know, I want to get in the mind of the Boonville head coach. Just kind of curious as to what he saw out of Sotolongo that he disagreed with and wanted to move on from.
Now he's got back onto the field. Max Colliate back up for at-bat number 2. Had a 1-pitch fly out his last time up. First pitch coming to him. He's set up to bunt, and that's a beautiful one down the third base line, and the pitcher falls when he's trying to make the throw, so it's a bunt single for Max Colliate.
And that's about exactly how you want to put down a bunt hit right there up the third baseline, forcing both the third baseman and the pitcher to kind of converge on it in the Bermuda Triangle of the infield right there, if you will. Got a flat tire coming off the mound as well out of Millen. Great job, Max Cody. He's seen 2 pitches in this outing. Oh, 1 for 2 now.
And we saw this similar thing happen with Garrett Michelle, where he also fell trying to field a ball, but now it brings up Jelani Rogers. Rogers already 1 for 1 with a single, and he came around to score. Codier on it first. The throw goes back there. He gets back in standing. And Codier making his 9th appearance for the Stallions. More than half of them have been at the shortstop position where he is today.
He's traditionally more of a second baseman as well, so it's cool to see just how versatile he actually is in the middle infield.
First pitch coming to Jelani. Codier on the move. The throw goes there, and it's not even close. The first Benson steal of the day for the Stallions, and it's Max Codier to get the job done.
You could say on the move and not even close a couple more times because he had a walking lead off first base, and not even close is putting it mildly there, Logan.
The 6th steal for Max Codier so far this year. Rogers still down in the count 0-1. Pitch coming. That's going to be cut on, and just getting a piece of it is Rogers, but it's fouled back.
Jelani doing the very veteran thing off that first pitch. He saw that Codier had a beautiful jump off first base, wanted to give his guy a chance to get himself in scoring position, elected to take that strike.
So Millen ahead 0-2, still a runner on second, nobody away. Millen fires, breaking ball gets in the dirt, and getting quickly to it to his right is Simpson. And we talked about Codier's experience around the infield so far this year, the middle part of it. Rogers got some of that experience as well yesterday, making the start at second base. His first ever start at that position. He played pretty well.
Played fantastic. He only had the one little oopsie throw. He had to rush one of them, and that was it.
1-2 coming from Rogers. A swung on a miss for strike 3. Rogers goes down chasing for that 3rd strike, and there's 1 away for Brandon Fish.
Tough pitch right there from the reliever in Millen. Just barely getting Jelani chasing right there.
And Fish had a ringing single his last time up to extend what is now a 9-game hitting streak. The lefty with a chance for an RBI opportunity. He had 4 in the first game. Millen checks on Codier. First pitch to Fish is going to be swung on and missed for strike 1 on the high fastball. And Brandon Fish in that first game, 3 for 5. Already mentioned the 4 RBIs. Ranking towards the top of the league in that RBI category. Came into the game at 29. 0-1 now to Fish, and that's lined out towards the first base side, and that gets through the glove of Yakiminski, and that gets to the right field. Codier's going to walk on home, and it's an RBI single for Brandon Fish, and it's now a 4-1 Stallion lead.
When you're hot, I mean, you're scorching hot. Brandon Fish continues to swing a fantastic bat, able to take that fastball straight up that right field line, just under the outstretched glove of Yakiminski, able to deliver a run. Stallions now up 4-1 in this one.
So it's a quick 2 for 2 for Brandon Fish. Now Easton Bertrand coming up. Bertrand flew out to right his first time up. He's 0 for 1. It's a very shallow fly out at that. First pitch here is going to try and bunt, and that's right in front of Simpson. The throw on to first is not in time. The second bunt single of the inning for the Saugerties Stallions.
I'll pick your jaw up if you pick mine up. That was beautiful. I mean, both of these bunts that we've seen, they have been very different in terms of bunt singles. That one not getting out of the clay around home plate, but both beautifully placed, absolutely perfect. Stallions now got runners at first and second.
So now correct me if I've said this once already. 2 men on for Garrett Michelle in this game. First pitch coming to Garrett, breaking ball, catches the inside part of the zone, and just an inning ago, Garrett Michelle, 3-run home run to give the Stallions their first lead today.
I thought for sure he was going to unload on that first pitch breaking ball.
He's down to the count 0-1, and firing is Mellon, and he catches the inside part of the zone again for strike 2. So Garrett quickly behind 0-2. And for Michelle, that was already his 4th home run on the year. No other Stallion has more than 3. 0-2 pitch coming to Michelle, and that's to be chopped at and fouled back towards the netting.
So what you're saying is a high schooler leads this group of Division I and II college baseball players.
And that's not even meant to be an insult.
Absolutely not.
Michelle, he takes him, the way he carries himself, it's kind of like he's already a college senior.
It's like, wait, he's the high schooler? You know, you look at him like, are you sure that's the right guy?
He's the youngest player on the team.
Absolutely.
Millen has his sign, checks on Fish. The 0-2 to Michelle, checked, and it is just high. Michelle, all 4 of those home runs coming in the month of July. Had his first on July 1st and his last one last inning. He's still behind 1-2. Righty on lefty matchup is Michelle looking to keep the momentum going for the Stallions. They already have 7 hits today. Millen fires the 1-2. Michelle just chops at that one foul yet again.
Garrett doing a really nice job spoiling a couple of pitches that were all over the strike zone, just waiting for a mistake pitch out of Millen.
Fish on at second, Bertrand at first. Still 1 out the bottom of the second. The 1-2 to Michelle, breaking ball fouled in the same spot.
Michelle has really quick hands. You see that he's able to get the knob of the barrel straight to the zone, and his hands deliver the barrel all the way through it. He's able to cover a lot of ground that way.
Count remains 1-2. Pitch coming again, and that's lined out towards right field. Talkin comes in, but it drops right in front of him for a hit. Fish held up at third, but now the bases remain loaded for the Saugerties Stallions, and Michelle is now 2 for 2.
Great piece of hitting right there. Michelle spoiling a lot of good 2-strike pitches from Millen. Dropped the barrel head on that one. Delivered a hard line drive base hit into right field. Hit just a little bit too hard to be able to score any runs, but the bases are once again full of ponies.
And with J.P. Ty coming up for the Stallions, a chance to add on to his already impressive RBI category. Has 6 through his first 4 games. First pitch coming to J.P., breaking ball just high. And Millen already came into this game with an 8.06 ERA. Big chance for that number to increase. J.P. ahead in the count 1-0. Millen delivers well high. Simpson having to stand up to keep that one from onto the backstop and maybe even allow a run to score.
The utility man out of Georgia Southern just waiting for his pitch right here. Way ahead in a great spot. 2-0, 1 out. Millen's going to have to come right at him.
He's ahead in the count 2-0. Millen delivers. That's a swung on and missed by JP. A really good pitch to swing at, but he was just late.
Saw JP definitely unloaded a little bit on that one.
Boonville with 1 run on 1 hit. Stallions 4 runs, 8 hits. Also have an error in the field. JP Ty still ahead 2-1. Pitch coming to him well high. So the Stallions are 1 ball away from having a run being walked in.
3-1 count. JP working his way back into a hitter's count here. Nicely done.
And JP Ty has already walked 3 times in his first 4 games. 3-1 coming from Millen is cut on and fouled over the netting. Would have definitely been a strike, but Ty just unable to get there. So now the count goes full. Fish on at third, Bertrand at second, Garrett Michelle at first. Still just 1 out as Millen will step off the pitcher's mound.
If I was looking down the barrel facing JP Ty, I'd have to take a second as well.
Full count pitch on the way, well high for ball 4. And that's going to walk in a run for the Stallions. It's now 5-1 in the second.
Not the most graceful way to get an insurance run, but we take them any way we can. Nice at-bat right there from JP Ty.
It's already the second time JP Ty has walked in these first 2 innings. And now the bases remain loaded for Jake Skrine. As there's going to be a mound visit. No one's warming up in the Boonville bullpen, so probably just kind of a calm-me-down visit coming for Brandon Millen. 2 runs have already come to cross in this inning against him.
And we've got first base coach Alon Trasquito looking like Iron Man with all that Evo shield protecting him. He's now handing it off to Kit Fuger so he can hand it to his respective Stallion guys. Look like they might get a second at bat in this inning. Stallions hitters seeing the ball really well. It's got to look like a beach ball at this point to them.
So now the mound visit does come to an end, and Jake Skrine coming up for his second at bat. He's already 1 for 1 with a single. Now has a 3-game hitting streak to this point, has 4 hits in those 3 outings. His best outing came in game 1 against Boonville. He went 2 for 3. First pitch on the way to Jake, goes first pitch swing, but it goes foul over the netting.
Interesting to see a couple of things. Number one, Yakiminski, the first baseman, was all the way in on the grass and way off the first base line. Number two, Jake Skrine batting in that 7-hole. It's interesting because you've seen him now drop all the way down from that typical 4-5 area. Now he's going to see a lot of fastballs, a lot more pitches to hit.
Hit 7th last game. The 0-1 coming to him as we cut on and fouled right by that Boonville dugout.
And it's nice to see that he's kind of going to be able to, get more consistent looks at the plate. He has, quote-unquote, struggled. He's still a great hitter, still has a very high batting average for the team and everything like that. But you do want to see him kind of take a little bit of that weight off his own shoulders and kind of relax up there. It seems like he's trying to put too much into his own hands at times.
He's down in the count 0-2. Pitch coming from Millen, and Skrine going to foul that one back to the visitors' bleachers. And prior to this doubleheader, the lowest that Skrine had hit in a lineup was at the number 6 spot. So definitely interesting to see that he has dropped to 7, even though he himself is not on a cold streak. Still looking for his first ball in this at-bat. Swung at all 3 pitches. 0-2 again from Millen as he bounced into the dirt.
Yeah, really the quote-unquote coldest streak he's ever been on was a 3-game skid, 27th and the 28th in a doubleheader against Mohawk Valley. He went 0 for 3 in those 3 games. Other than that, just one of the most premier consistent hitters in the Stallion lineup.
And that doubleheader can be defined as quite a long time ago.
Exactly.
Back in late June. A month which it is no longer. 1-2 on the way to Skrine. That's to be fouled back over the netting yet again. So Skrine staying alive, and just so happens that that's a song playing right now.
Entering this game, Skrine found himself back at that 300 mark in the batting average.
Millen shakes off the sign from Simpson before agreeing on one. Looking to set down Skrine. Here's the 1-2. The breaking ball can be chopped out towards third, and that gets by the glove of Stone for a base hit. Bertrand coming in to score. Michelle right behind him. It's a 2 RBI double for Jake Skrine, and it's now a 7-1 Stallion lead.
And that's some great hitting, 2-strike hitting from a lot of these Stallions. Garrett Michelle with the base hit just a few minutes ago, and then Jake Skrine spoiling a bunch of good 2-strike pitches from Millen, able to deliver that 2 RBI double up the third baseline. Nicely done, Jake Skrine.
So Stallions now holding a 6-run lead as Brett Heckert comes up with 2 runners in scoring position. Heckert walked his last time up, was the last base runner to reach back in the first. First pitch he'll see from Millen this time is going to go high for a ball. Now it's Heckert's first at-bat in 5 days. Last game was against Glens Falls Dragons. He's ahead in the count 1-0. Pitch on the way is going to be taken well inside. Still just 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning, but the Stallions already putting up some big offensive numbers in both these games against Boonville.
23 runs in 4 innings.
2-0 to Brett Heckert, and he chopped out towards third yet again. That gets by Stone again for a base hit. That sends Ty on home. Skrine going to be held up at third. It's an RBI single for Brett Heckert. The Stallions now up 8-1. It'd actually be ruled in error on the third baseman.
Would have been tough to rule it otherwise. As much as I'd like to give every Stallion a hit every time, Stone looked like he just waited way too long, allowed a big hop to eat him up, kind of elated a little bit, Stallions taking runs any way they can. That's how 5 runs in the bottom of the second inning. 8-1 is your score.
And the only Stallion yet to reach base is at the plate right now in Colin Mackel. First pitch coming to Mackel is going to be taken high for a strike. And Mackel flew out to left his last time up in the first. He was the last batter to go in that first inning. Now batting with runners at the corner, still 1 out in the bottom of the second. 0-1 coming from Millen. A quick pitch is going to be popped up. Right side of the infield. Pap's racing in, and he'll let Karp try and grab it, and he will at the shortstop position for out number 2. So the inning isn't done, but the Stallions have batted around. It'll be Max Codier, who led off the inning with a bunt single to get his 3rd at-bat. We're only in inning number 2. So Codier is already 1 for 2. He's only seen 2 pitches today. Not wasting any time against the baseball club.
Not typically what we want to see out of a leadoff hitter, only seeing 2 pitches and 2 at-bats, but hey, it works.
Still runners at the corners of the Stallions. First pitch to Codier, not swinging, but it's called a strike.
And there you go. He's had his first take of the evening.
It's well on the inside corner, that pitch to Codier. Stallions have now scored 30 runs in this doubleheader, had 22 in Game 1, now 8 today in Game 2. Quick check on Brett Heckert, the first baseman, and Yakiminski wasn't even on the bag.
Pretty lucky for Boonville that Yakiminski did keep his head on a swivel. Little bit lackadaisical miscommunication right there from the pitcher and first base.
0-1 on the way to Codier, and that's lined out towards right field. That's it high. Raifenberg racing back, and he'll make the catch on the track for out number 3. But not before 5 more runs come to cross in the bottom of the second inning. Stallions clinging on to an 8-1 lead over the Boonville Baseball Club. Don't go anywhere. More action coming from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with tonight's Ulster Savings player of the game in Garrett Michelle. And Garrett, I just avoided that one, guys. Oh my God. All right, now I'm here with the Ulster Savings player of the game in Garrett Michelle. So, Garrett, a home run, a walk-off hit, and a Gatorade dump. What's going through your mind right now?
Oh my gosh, I got no words. That's an amazing win for the team. It's going to help us in the long run. We got him back tomorrow. Hoping to do the same thing, not a little walk-off fashion, but do some damage.
Where does that walk-off rank in terms of your early career moments?
Top moments, top moments. With these guys, it's definitely special with how they react and everything like that. I love these guys, and it's been awesome being able to come down here.
Thanks, Garrett. Go dry up. Guys, back to you. Thanks, John. I'm down here with tonight's Ulster Savings player of the game in Brandon Fish. And Brandon, you had 2 singles today, the 5th game in a row you've had 2 hits. What have you been seeing at the plate in these recent weeks?
I'm just kind of putting the bat on the ball right now. I'm not feeling the greatest, but I'm putting stuff together, and balls are falling. So that's kind of baseball. You feel good, you might not get hits, or you don't feel as good, hits will fall in.
5th win in a row right now for the Stallions. What's the vibe in the locker room day in and day out?
I think we're playing very loose. I mean, some big hits today, especially from Berkeley, that base clearing triple he had there. Jelani's hitting, everybody's hitting. So, we're playing loose, we're playing good baseball, and that's what it's about. So,
thanks, Brandon. That was Brandon Fish, tonight's Ulster Savings player of the game. John, back to you.